यार काम मिल रहा है। मैं इसी से बहुत खुश हूँ। मेरे लिए इतना ज़्यादा मैटर नहीं करता है कि कौन सी फिल्म थिएटर में आ रही है कौन सी नहीं, उस पर मेरा कोई कंट्रोल भी नहीं है।
Dispatch is a film about a crime journalist by the name of Joy Bagh, who's desperate to break a story.
कहानी अलग है उन सारी फिल्मों और सीरीज से, और जर्नलिस्ट जो है उसका किरदार बिल्कुल अलग है और डायरेक्टर अलग है।
I agree with him, and for me, obviously, it's social media, and a lot of times I'm off social media. Then it'll be through people, newspapers, but I don't read as much as the way Sir is saying कि वो पढ़ते हैं, मैं नहीं पढ़ती इतना newspaper.
This is Manoj Bajpayee.
Hi, I'm Arrchita Agarwal.
Hi, I'm Shahana Goswami.
Hi, this is Kanu Behl, and you're watching us on Bollywood Hungama. Dispatch is a film about a crime journalist by the name of Joy Bagh, who's desperate to break a story. I mean, print is turning fast into digital, and he's quite desperate. So he starts trying to find a story, and while trying to find it, he gets into something much more deeper, which he feels head over water with, and it's about what happens to him from there. And where the idea came from was back in 2016. I think I had finished writing Agra, and I was thinking about what to sort of do while I was financing it, and I read about Gauri Lankesh's murder, and that really disturbed me, and I think that was really where the germ of the idea came. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the film is the film. It doesn't matter what people are talking about while it is about to come out. Eventually, people do end up watching it, and the film speaks for itself. So whether it is being interpreted as something about X or Y or about XYZ together, it's all the same for me. I think eventually फिल्म अच्छी है या नहीं उस पे ही बात आती है, और वो फिल्म अपने आप अपने बारे में बात करती है.
My character is of Joy Bagh, who is an investigative journalist, and the film is about his journey, more about investigating a case and how far he goes into it and what drives him, and also film explores the side of him which is not of a investigative journalist but of a person, of a human mind, of his greed, of his passion, of his conflict. So we see many layers of Joy Bagh in the whole journey of this film.
I'm playing Prerna Prakash, and in this film we sort of like Prerna is exploring somewhere. She's in a complicated relationship, and she's also finding some kind of freedom through her ambition, and she's heading that way, and I mean, you can see the rest.
My character is Shweta Bagh, the wife of Joy Bagh, and it's essentially about seeing a couple at a point and juncture in their marriage which is dwindling or on tenterhooks, and how that equation intersects with what else is going on in Joy's life at that point. But essentially, the journey for my character has been through this intersection of her marriage and a kind of failing marriage.
कहानी अलग है उन सारी फिल्मों और सीरीज से, और जर्नलिस्ट जो है उसका किरदार बिल्कुल अलग है और डायरेक्टर अलग है। कनु बहल अपने आप में बड़े अनोखे डायरेक्टर हैं, और इनका जो पूरा तरीका है किसी फिल्म को करने का, किसी कैरेक्टर को या पे काम करने का या एक्टर के साथ काम करने का, वो बिल्कुल अलहदा है और सबसे जुदा है। तो वो अपने आप में ही एक तरीके से सुनिश्चित करता है कि जो किरदार आ रहा है ये ऐसा किरदार हो जो आपने पहले कभी नहीं देखा है, ये इस तरह की कहानी हो जो सबसे जुदा हो। ये फिल्म सिर्फ एक थ्रिलर नहीं है, ये फिल्म जैसा कि मैंने बताया कि एक जर्नलिस्ट, एक पत्रकार की कहानी है, खोजी पत्रकार की, जो अपने जीवन की उस ढलान पे है जहाँ पर वो पत्रकारिता के अलावा भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें अपने जॉब से चाहता है, और कैसे वो सारी चीज़ें उसके लिए कारण हो जाती हैं उन सारी दिक्कतों की जिसका सामना वो करता है। नथिंग यू कैन कंपेयर विद प्रिंट। मैं अभी भी मेरे घर पे अखबार आता है, और अखबार पढ़ना जो है वो बचपन से हमारी आदत में शुमार रहा है। और मुझे लगता है कि अभी भी सोशल मीडिया पे वो कोई भी समाचार अपने पूरे एस्पेक्ट में, पूरे अपने पर्सपेक्टिव में मुझे नहीं पढ़ने को मिलता है जितना कि मैं एक किसी अखबार को पढ़ के मुझे जो सारी चीज़ें मिल जाती हैं। ऑल्सो बिटवीन द लाइन्स जो मुझे अखबार में मिलता है वो मुझे सोशल मीडिया पे नहीं मिलता है। सोशल मीडिया ज़्यादातर is always struggling to grab the attention, and in doing that they also fall for clickbait. So now people are mostly giving attention to the headlines or the clickbait than actually reading the news, in its true sense. And this is what is lacking on social media and the news on social media.
I agree with him, and for me, obviously, it's social media, and a lot of times I'm off social media, then it'll be through people, newspapers, but I don't read as much as the way sir is saying कि वो पढ़ते हैं, मैं नहीं पढ़ती इतना newspaper, but then yeah, mix.
Yeah, I agree. सोशल मीडिया में अगर आप YouTube काउंट करते हैं तो आई थिंक YouTube के साथ भी अब ये प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है बहुत कि इट कैन वेरी क्विकली बिकम एन एको चेम्बर। जो आप देख रहे हैं वही आपको और आपकी फीड में आता है। सो वन हैज टू बी रियली केयरफुल। आई थिंक प्रिंट, एज मनोज सेड, इज स्टिल one of the key sources of consumption. I have a newspaper, but also I think in today's times it's also really important to know who is serving you what news rather than just the news. It's more important to track who is giving you that news.
This I personally feel that there is a way people approach each and everything. There also should be a way to be taught how to read a news.
Yeah.
Because each and every publication has their own sites and their own version. But reading between the lines is something that is also to be taught. And that जैसे कि फिल्म अप्रिसिएशन कोर्स होता है वैसे न्यूज़ अप्रिसिएशन कोर्स भी होना चाहिए कि आपको समाचार कैसे पढ़ना है। बिकॉज जैसा कि इन्होंने कहा echo chamber, you can't avoid an echo chamber. In social media, whatever material that you are watching, it is only going to throw off that kind of material to you. So you end up reading only those kind of material which you like, or you are not getting the different opinions on the same subject. But in newspapers, invariably, no matter which sides they are taking, there is enough space for you to read between the lines and find your own interpretation to each and every news. Am I right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Just to add to it, for something like YouTube, I also listen to a lot of counter opinion, to keep my feed cleaner, and also genuinely being interested in, actually I find myself working much more harder to be interested in the opinion that I don't agree with. I think it's much more important to start listening to who you disagree with. Right. And I think that is the world that we need to head towards in terms of news. आपको जो पसंद है और आपका जो viewpoint है वो तो है ही, but this all of what Manoj said and Arrchita said, all that I think it leads to the need to hear counter opinion and really hear it and listen and form your opinion basis what you feel and what others are saying.
I think it's pretty much they've summed up most of it. I would say that I've also gone through a disillusionment of realizing what kind of an echo chamber we end up being in terms of the news that comes to you, in terms of your understanding of your socio-political reality, and then how life plays out and how the reality of circumstances and situations play out are so different from what you think is happening. So I do believe, like Anu said, that it's important to be able to read different versions of the same truth, to also understand different perspectives that people have on it, and also to be able to have better a sense of dialogue between different perspectives. I do also think that increasingly their reportage is more opinion pieces rather than pure reportage. That's also something that is disappearing to a large extent. And but that's the world we live in. I think we live in very polarized, opinionated world where news therefore is reflective in terms of the way it's being written and disseminated as well.
I tried, I actually tried this. We did once we shot the whole film with them not doing anything, just Manoj standing saying his dialogue against a white wall. Then Arrchita did that. Then Shahana. We made the one version of the film this way, but it didn't work somehow. It needed a lot of other things to be happening. So yeah.
But I personally feel this question has been, has been asked so many times. But I personally, but there's a very high expectation, that we have from our own work, right? So if people are having high expectation, which is good, that because this is what we do when we are working. We are expecting ourselves to be completely immersed with our work and give our best. And if audience is expecting, so be it. I mean, it's good. It is very good that eventually people are going to watch our film because of the expectation, and we are also kind of somewhere happy with one thing, that we have given our best. We have done everything that we could do in our capacity when we were shooting. So yeah, I don't think there is anything wrong with it, or that it gives any kind of a it is an alarming situation for us. No.
It was for me because I was acting with them and working
And
with
she's so brilliant in it. Yeah.
I was very taken aback, but they made me so comfortable.
No, and we also did a very healthy mix of wanting to dash those expectations. There are those expectations but those expectations are built because if you see her body of work, if you see his body of work and her forthcoming body of work, they have constantly dashed expectations. So that's the joy of it that I'm sure Joy felt.
Joy baag ho gaya.
Editing plays a very important role in how things you say get disseminated. But yes.
But nowadays, what I realize that whatever goes viral at this point of time will be overlapped by something else going viral.
No. I mean, I this is not really the platform for it, but I'm just saying that it was more about me talking about institutions being looked at in a certain way, and I was talking about how. What I feel the problem with marriage, and actually that connects to even Despatch in a sense, that when marriage is a partnership of any kind which needs constant work, and if you get stuck in the paradigm of what people consider marriage, where you take it for granted, you go by the paradigms of aadmi aisa hota hai, aurat aisi hoti hai, or there are certain things that are a given in terms of a lack of building something together. I don't understand that paradigm. I think you should be making your own rules, you should be making your own marriage, you should be constructing your own universe. And therefore, I had said that not my idea. In the Scandinavian countries, there are certain places where they have a period of a 2-year contract where you can renew the idea and the concept of whether you want to continue to be in that partnership or not. And I think that's healthy because it allows you to revisit your equation and your partnership rather than अब शादी हो गई तो जिंदगी भर साथ रहना है तो आपको किसी चीज के बारे में सोचने की जरूरत नहीं, आप अपनी जिंदगी जियो, वो अपनी जिंदगी जिएंगे. So it was more towards partnership and not away from partnership, but I think the idea of partnership needs to be explored in a more holistic way and a more not in this kind of individualistic way, but in terms of building from a space of love and trust and not out of control or complacency.
यार काम मिल रहा है, मैं इसी से बहुत खुश हूँ. मेरे लिए इतना ज़्यादा मैटर नहीं करता है कि कौन सी फिल्म थिएटर में आ रही है, कौन सी नहीं, उस पर मेरा कोई कंट्रोल भी नहीं है. What I'm looking at is the script that I'm being offered to, And beyond that, if, where is going to come, where is not going to come is none of my business, because that's the business of a producer, and that's the business of the director. I'm more happy doing the work which is assigned to me on that day, and not really be worried about anything else. Hi, this is Manoj Bajpayee.
Hi, I'm Arrchita Agarwal.
Hi, I'm Shahana Goswami.
Hi, this is Kanu Behl, and you're watching us on Bollywood Hungama.